Hey everyone, thanks for joining us in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Molly O'Brien, this is Leah Bello, and you're with Providence Animal Rescue League. And we have Pikachu here.
We do. So Pikachu is actually one of 8 bunnies right now available for adoption. We the past few weeks have just had an explosion of bunnies in our small animal room, and if anybody has been to Pearl, they know it's a pretty tiny room, so a lot of bunnies.
A lot of bunnies.
So we figured we would do just a fun promotion this week to try to get some bunnies to get into great homes. So for the promotion, it's called Every Bunny Needs a Home, and they do, and their adoption fee is half price. So for the rest of today and tomorrow, the sale ends tomorrow, they're going to be $25 for their adoption fee, and that includes a bunch of cool stuff. So normally all of our rabbits comes, he's being so good. All of our rabbits.
Can I pet him?
Yeah, of course. He's super laid back. All of our rabbits come spayed and neutered before they go home. They come with a free vet exam. We have a list of vets that participate in that free exam. They also get a coupon off of a company called Binks Box. I don't know if people have heard of the Barks Box thing for dogs and the Crazy Cat Lady box for cats. A woman in Providence was like, why isn't there a box for bunnies? So she started a local...
Oh, she made one?
Yeah, so she started a local company where every month you can get a subscription to some awesome toys and treats. She's actually one of our fosters as well, so you get a coupon if you adopt a rabbit from us.
Sorry, Pikachu.
Okay. You're okay. And you also get a free nail trim that you can use for the next in the next 6 months. So there's a bunch of things that come along with the adoption. So...
That's so cool. So it's half off, so it's $25. And so I was thinking, a lot of people, actually, more people than I thought would have rabbits. Do you think that it has anything to do with the fact that Easter was a couple months ago? Why you have an influx of rabbits and bunnies right now?
It's possible. It's really hard to say. For the most part, a lot of our bunnies come to just people who are moving. That's probably the biggest reason. It's just landlords not letting people have animals, and that's where most of our bunnies come from. So it might have been from Easter. It might not. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But we're still lucky to have them, and we're still happy to find them new homes.
Because rabbit care sometimes can be more difficult than people realize, but they make really good pets. Talk to me just a little bit about what it takes to own someone like Pikachu.
Yeah, not everyone gives them enough credit that they deserve. I compare, if you've never had a rabbit before, they're like a cat. You can get the same things out of them. They make great companions. They're really nervous animals, so you have to treat them. They're the prey and we're the predator. They don't trust everyone right away.
That makes sense.
So you gotta go slow with them, but once they get to know you, they get so bonded to their person, and they're a great pet. For the most part, you can have a rabbit with all different setups. At Pearl, we use huge dog crates as their little space, but rabbits love to get out and get exercise and play, so in your home. I have a rabbit at home actually, and so he lives in a dog crate, but once I'm home from work or anything, he's out running around with me. He loves watching TV with me on the couch. He just sees the biggest snuggle bug. So it's really whatever you put into them is what you get out of them. They can be super playful. They can be litter box trained. So a lot of people think rabbits that poop everywhere, you can actually train them to use a litter box so that you don't have to pick up everything all the time.
Yeah.
So they can be really great guys.
What are the types of rabbits that you have there? Because I've learned that there are many different types of rabbits, and some are very large, which is so cool. You can have a giant rabbit.
You can have a humongous one, or you can have a teeny tiny one. We have a good mix right now. Yeah. We have all different sizes. But for the most part, we have more smaller guys right now. So yeah, different. We have one big bunny right now. Her name is Addie. So she's our only larger girl.
So I love the fact that Pearl always has all kinds of critters. You have the cats, you get the dogs, always available up for adoption, but you do have critters as well. Because a lot of people think, oh, if I want a hamster, a gerbil, or a ferret, or a bunny, then I have to go to a pet store. But they're always available for adoption as well. So tell me just a little bit about the small animals program, because bunnies, as you say, make great pets, but there's a small critters available for adoption.
Yeah, for the most part, we do see the most rabbits, but we also see guinea pigs. We have a hamster available right now and a pair of rats. And it's just something for everyone. I mean, a hamster is a great way to start your kid off, knowing the responsibility of caring for an animal on a daily basis. That they need the essentials, the food, water, clean, housing. Even hamsters can be playful, so changing up the toys that they have in their cage. Rats are probably one of my favorite animals. A lot of people are grossed out by them, and that's understandable.
But they great rat when I was little.
Yeah,
Candy.
they are super smart. They can learn tricks. They can learn their name. Like the things that rats can do are amazing, and they're actually a lot cleaner than people think as well. So they're definitely an awesome animal, and they're another one that once they kind of get to know you, they're so personable, and they just love their people so much. So.
And all the critters available for adoption at Providence Animal Rescue League. If you can't tell, I have a cold, so sorry that I'm choking on my words here. I apologize. I'll try not to breathe on you, Pikachu. So the promotion continues today and tomorrow. So the adoption fee is $25 reduced, which is amazing. Encouraging people to adopt rabbits. Talk to me a little bit about, because what else is coming up is that Parle is running vaccination and microchipping community clinics. There's 3 of these this summer, which is phenomenal. And one of them is this weekend. So tell me just a little bit about what will be happening.
Yeah, we started these a little while ago, and they've really been really popular, and so we're trying to do one once a month, maybe even more, but right now just once.
Yeah. 3 at summer is pretty good.
Exactly. So pretty much we try to offer some low-cost vaccines and microchips to the public. So it's first come, first serve. So basically it is at our location, so 34 Elbow Street. So it's open to cats and dogs. Dogs have to be on a leash, cats have to be in a carrier, just because you're going to be outside and you don't know kind of who's coming and going for their safety.
Yeah.
We are offering rabies and distemper for dogs, and then rabies and a feline distemper for cats as well. So it's $20 each, but if you do the whole package, so the 2 vaccines and the microchip, it's $50. So you're kind of getting a little sale.
That's great.
And yeah, so we can do everything right there. Hopefully it'll be nice out, so we can kind of have a tent outside and kind of just talking to people and kind of helping your animals stay up to date with vaccines.
So making sure, again, your animals are up to date on vaccines. So there's one June 11th, the July one is July 16th, and the August one is August 13th. So thank you again for that information.
No problem.
And then always tons of fun stuff happening throughout the community. Pints for Paws is coming up this month as well, which is always a huge success. Tons of fun. Past couple years it's been so hot. So hopefully we'll get a nice easy day. But tell me a little bit about Pints for Paws, because it's a big fundraiser.
It is. It is always such a great time. We're switching it up a little bit this year. So instead we're actually having it at Parle. So we're kind of instead trying to create like a block party type of feel, making it a little more family fun. So kind of in our parking lot we're going to have a bunch of different breweries, a bunch of craft beer. I think there's up to 9 different breweries coming. In order to kind of have the tastings, everything that will be sold by ticket. So obviously have to be kind of 21. To buy tickets, you can either go, we're selling them through Eventbrite, but you can also come to Parle, and if you see we're having events throughout the summer and tabling, and if you see that, we'll be having tickets as well. So that's $25 to go in for the tasting, but then kind of the whole rest of the block, Alibi is kind of a bar next to us. We're going to have like games, and we're going to have a kids corner with like face painting and just fun stuff, food trucks all around, so kind of just trying to create, there's going to be some music coming and going in the crowds, and there'll be raffle tickets. It's just really an overall great time. Come with your dog. The most important thing, it is dog friendly. We're going to have Doggie Pool, so that way if it is hot or if your dog just wants to hang out in a pool, we're going to have that so that they can cool off, or you can cool off, or whatever, you can whatever. Cool off
with your dog. Why not, right?
It's a really great time. So yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Pints for Paws is always a really fun community event. I just remember the past couple years have been really hot. Do rabbits like toys? Like
they do.
She just reached in.
I put them in here if it was going to comfort him or something. But yeah, they can be super playful, and it's weird. We use a lot of baby toys at Parle. If it's safe for babies, it's safe for them. So they kind of throw those around and like push the balls around and whatnot. So yeah.
I don't know a lot about rabbits. I know a decent amount about dogs and an okay amount about cats, but I don't know a lot about rabbits. So this is great. It's always good to learn. It's always really fun to learn. Before you guys go, Pikachu, can I grab your picture?
Of course.
He's awesome. He just kind of hangs out. Is this pretty typical of rabbit behavior? I mean, there's a lot going on. There's music playing from somewhere.
Yeah, they're very nervous creatures, so whenever we do something like this, they kind of just like freeze and kind of just hang out. He's a mellow bunny.
He doesn't know about
Yeah, he's a mellow bun to begin with, but for
there.
the most part, this is kind of what they do whenever they come to TV.
Oh, I like it. Good job, Pikachu. I hope you get adopted this weekend.
Yes.
So, running from now until Saturday, the half-price adoption fee, and you get a whole bunch of stuff with it. Providence Animal Rescue. You can check them out there on Elbow Street. Leah, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. This has been great. Pikachu, thanks for coming in. You're a great sport.
No problem.
He's like, get me out of here.
I know. He's like, I'm done.